Hi Sagittarius, my name is Tiana and welcome to my channel, Inspired by Ease. We're just going to jump right in. I hope all of you are safe and you're doing well and staying high vibe and positive during these times. So, your energy theme for April 2020 is synergy and dynamic. I believe Cancer had synergy, so you might want to watch that as well. It might apply. So yeah, this is the energy for you, Sag, for April is all about harmonizing the energy and thinking outside of the box, putting things of unlike origin together, maybe unlikely of people together, to create a better life, to create a more peaceful, harmonious, fulfilling life. And there are a lot of colors, so perhaps you might be wanting to work with all your chakras, making sure that your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown chakra are all open. There's not really such a thing as a balanced chakra. It's either open or it's more open or it's more closed. And so you want to work on opening these and you know, by enhancing your life with the root chakra, making sure that you are meeting your most basic needs and feeling more safe and secure emotionally, financially, physically. Sacral chakra, you're creating, you're in the flow with your desires. You're letting yourself experience the pleasures of life. Solar plexus, you're in your power, you're confident, your self-esteem, you have a healthy self-concept. Your heart chakra, you're open and receiving and giving love, and money. And throat chakra, you're speaking your truth. Everything like that. With the third eye, you're imagining, you're visioning, and with the crown chakra, you're connected to spirit, to your higher power, to God, to the universe. Or if you're agnostic or atheist, which I'm sure you're probably not watching this video, but you're just open to new beliefs and ideas. So the really interesting thing is that I'm being guided to a lot of blue. We have a really brilliant blue background here, and then a really dark background. So again, I think there's going to be a lot of contrast I think it's going to be more pleasurable than not, but there is going to be contrast of energies, and that can be very stimulating. So yeah, with the fives, there's going to be a lot of changes in April. There's going to be a lot of positive changes that are going to create more freedom in your life. So let's get to the animal cards, because now this is starting to make sense. I don't think any of this is negative. I think we actually have, it's going to apply to you all differently. We have moth, we have bat, we have shark, and I don't feel like shark is bad at all, actually. I feel like we actually have three individual characters. Why can't I do that? We have like three individual people. And I feel like we either have three individual people, or this kind of represents your talents and abilities and kind of all of who you are, Sagittarius. Or I definitely feel like moth is you, or there's another person that represents both bat and shark. So this is very interesting. So it's going to apply to you in how it applies to you. So with moth, it is ascending out of the darkness into the light and is all about creativity and expression. and also childlikeness and being free and being playful. Now, Bat, on the other hand, is descending down into the darkness. So we have two polarizing personalities or traits or people here. So this is more like yin and yang, basically. So one is the light and one is dark or shadow. Both are creating illumination in different ways. And we have shark, which is also kind of more in the depths or shadowy, is more in the shadowy nature of it, and is all about being direct, and being bold and not afraid to speak their truth, even if their truth isn't a good feeling truth. They're just going to be who they are, and there might be kind of like an elephant in the room kind of vibe here as well, and that could be what the shark is representing, the kind of elephant in the room that this moth and bat are having to kind of acknowledge here. So my only concern for whoever the moth is if they're kind of sticking their head in the sand and not really wanting to address the shark. And the shark is not negative. I'm not feeling like it's negative, although the moth person might see it as negative, but I see all of these elements working together for a greater purpose. So this is where the harmonization of three unlikely or energies of unlikely origin, basically. This is all about harmonizing people, elements, energies that doesn't seem like they would go together, but they do. They totally do. And they match each other. So we also have two air elements of the mind, along with water, which is the emotions, perhaps even money. Is there some kind of emotional elephant in the room that you or another person is needing to? I feel like talking about the shark because I'm thinking about Ocean, who, not the Ocean, but a woman named Ocean who works with sharks and swims and dances with them and shows everybody what they can be, and they don't have to be Jaws. They don't have to be something to be terrified of. If you know that you're working with a shark, if you know that you're working with someone that's direct, bold, and not afraid to tell the truth, even if it's not a good feeling truth, you're not gonna be surprised. You're gonna know what to expect. So with moth, I always feel a little bit of naivety, and kind of like an avoidance and just wanting to focus on how amazing everything is. Well, the shark couldn't be further from the opposite. This is all about facing reality and being present and facing your fears and all of that. And so all of these energies are actually wanting to work together, to go into the depths, to face reality, to face the fears, so you can fly high into the bright, beautiful sky. So, okay, let's see what the fairies have to say. I hope this is making sense for at least one of you. Sometimes these don't entirely make a whole lot of sense, but I just trust that it makes sense for you. We have Solace, which is divine masculine, illumination, Christ consciousness, even though I'm not religious, unconditional love. We have luminous doom. So yeah, there's some There's some things that you or someone are needing to face. And we haven't gotten the Joyce card yet, but we have the Journeyman. So there's some kind of new journey that you're about to embark on, Sagittarius. The question is, together with this group of people or with these animal totems, or on your own? And I feel like that is just a free will thing. It's everybody's going to choose something different. So it's whether you want to harmonize with these things. I personally feel that for a lot of you, these are just 3 aspects of yourself. This is more of your childlike self. This is more of like your light side, and then your shadow side, and then the shark is your emotions and trying to get you to face what's down here. And it might seem scary, but it's actually going to give you the platform to launch correctly, because you know, if you're just avoiding this and abandoning yourself, it's just going to persist. What you resist persists. So this is all trying to help you, and it's supposed to be very positive. And so I'm, encouraging you to face your dark side, Sagittarius. Go in the deep, murky water of your subconscious and give yourself some love, because when these things come up, if you follow the trail deep enough, you will just eventually find a very hurt, wounded inner child that needs your love and comfort. It is not a big, scary shark. We can internalize abusers or abusive caregivers from our childhood, and that can be part of it sometimes. Part of that maybe nasty inner dialogue that you might have going on the back burner. That could be. And the way to go about that is doing parts work, and you can research that. Teal Swan did a video on how to do parts work. But it's never as scary as you think it is. It never is. And I've faced some, intense stuff, so I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's important to be still with ourselves. I just intuitively picked some cards, but let's keep going. I just want to get all the cards actually right now. Sometimes I do them one by one, and sometimes I just need the full story. Okay, that's it. Okay, so by facing these uncomfortable emotions, these things that are kind of bubbling up to the surface in this moment of stillness, I've been experiencing that for sure. You are going to come to a better place of a space of enlightenment and power and clarity and energy and just more alignment. You're just going to feel so much better by being still and healing this and not avoiding it. And you're going to be able to freely move forward. There's not going to be this like ball and chain thing completely tied to your ankle trying to pull you back, because that can kind of be how it feels sometimes, where you're going to be able to have all your energy move forward into the future, if that makes sense. Because this is the card of absolute new beginnings, being the new kid on the block kind of thing, being a new entrepreneur, your first day at school, that kind of feeling. And so things might be kind of wobbly or whatever, but inside you're gonna have that knowing of who you are, that self-confidence, and also trust in yourself. You know, you might not know where you're going, but you just kind of have this happy-go-lucky attitude because one, you've done the work, and because you've done the work, you trust yourself, and you have this faith and kind of surrender feeling with God, the universe, your inner being, things like that. And yeah, the singer of courage is with you. The angel of courage is with you at this time, supporting you, enveloping you in the support and love that you are needing during this time, and facing these fears and uncomfortable emotions. Especially if you're an empath, you know, it can be so intense with all of the influx of energy that we've all been experiencing globally. So you are supported, you are loved, and you do have, just the universe has your back. And things are aligning and matching up. We have the 8, the infinity symbol, and I feel that if you've had avoidance with facing your dark side, I'll just call it that, there has been a feeling of stagnation, and also, you know, with the lack of social interaction, and maybe like going to work and going outside as much as you do, and all of that, you know, yeah, there can feel that energy stagnation. But once you do this healing work, you're gonna have an influx of more energy and just flow, just constantly flowing. And remember to breathe. Take deep breaths when you're processing these emotions. Remember to breathe. And sometimes it helps to inhale, hold it, and then exhale, and then pause, and then inhale and repeat. So yeah, let's continue. So there is a part of you, perhaps you have been the type of person, because you are a Sagittarius, to maybe go, and now we're all in this state of kind of stillness and kind of, now what do we do? And maybe you might be looking up towards the stars and the heavens, looking for answers of what to do. And her wings are ripped, and I am, you know, this also reminds me of when you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are, anything your heart desires will come to you. And so there is this longing, there's this wishing. And then I'm also getting kind of hope. It's either hope or hopelessness. Maybe you're kind of vacillating between hope and hopelessness, empowerment and powerlessness, and maybe feeling kind of naked, feeling kind of vulnerable. These are all very valid, natural emotions that we're all feeling at this time. And you might just be kind of just standing on one leg and just hoping that, you know, you're gonna have something to step on with the next step. So there might be a lot of those feelings as well. But you know, it's all about going inward and doing this work, because once you do, ta-da, we have Nellis the Alchemist, which is the equivalent of the magician in the tarot. I consider her a lot more powerful than the magician in the tarot, but I'm just saying. So this is Midas touch. This is just tapping something so lightly and everything just blooming and blossoming and going beyond your wildest dreams. And also having that sheer focus and direction and ambition, and confidence. Having the focus with your thoughts, where your mind goes, and what actions you're taking and things like that. So these are all the benefits of doing that inner work. And if I didn't mention it before, you might want to check out the completion process or work with a practitioner. So next up, we have the Sage and Lady of the Harvest. These are the last cards. So these two are both very earthy energies. And the Sage is all about completing a cycle, learning lots of wisdom, and feeling a bit weathered, feeling a bit tired, like he's carried a bag of rocks on his back for the last 100 years or something. But having all the seasons there and having the wisdom there and being able to see clearly. And actually that burden of carrying a bag of rocks on your back for 100 years, that is being lifted because we have the Lady of the Harvest, which is all about release and relief. And sometimes it might be the grief of relief, if you've ever heard of that. You feel so relieved that you kind of have to grieve. that it's really over. So I hope that gives you some peace, that it's really over. Whatever it is, Sagittarius, it's really over. And it soon will be over on a global scale. We will be dancing in the sunshine together, holding hands soon enough. I believe that. And I just want you to look at her facial expression, because she really doesn't care. She's like Marilyn Monroe. She reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, at least. And we, where is he? So we have the Divine Masculine, and I wouldn't really say this is the Divine Feminine, but in a way it is. The Divine Feminine is like all about flow, all about expression. But anyway, with Lady of the Harvest, release the rotten fruit in your life. Just release it all. You don't need to concern yourself with it anymore. And you can only focus on the fruits of your labor now. The wonderful, succulent, juicy fruits of your labor. And I am going to see if we have any advice for you, Sagittarius. This is a very interesting reading, and I really hope that it has helped you. Not all of it has made complete sense to me. So yes, we have clean it up. So that's definitely what I'm feeling with the shark and the bat. You're needing to go into your dark side and clean some stuff up. And you might have to physically clean some stuff. Now would be a great time to do that. But I mostly feel like in your mind and in your emotions, this is a great time to release, to heal, and to reset, to refocus. A change in the wind. So maybe after doing this healing work, oftentimes when we do healing work, we realize what it is that we really want. And the thing that we were after isn't really what we want. So you might be having a change of heart. There are a lot of changes in store for you in the month of April, for sure. And so, things getting easier, money flowing to you, love flowing to you, comfort, security, peace, all of these things flowing to you, and message in a bottle. Again, with the wish upon a star, cast your dreams out into the universe. Tell God, the universe, exactly what you want. Don't settle. Don't say, well, I guess I could just get by with this. That would be really nice. No. Go for the stars. Go for the moon. Cast it out. This also has to do about what you give out comes back to you. So, you want to be conscientious of that. And maybe things that you planted a long time ago, really positive things, are now starting to come back to you. Your wishes are being granted, essentially. So just have faith in you wishing, praying, hoping, and knowing that it is going to come back to you, and it is going to reach your message. Your prayers are going to reach God. They are heard, and they are going to reach that perfect person just strolling along the beach and picks up your bottle and grants your wish. So you just never know. There are so many miracles that are geared up for us right now. A lot more miracles than I think than that we've had in a while. Because out of mass everything that we've been experiencing, it launches a lot of desires. And when we really let ourselves wish and hope for all of that, miracles do happen. So again, I hope that this message was of value to you. Know that you are never ever alone. You are so loved, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Take care. Be safe. Mwah. Bye, Sag. Take care.